They were once known as the dirty, back-breaking and low-paying jobs, but things have changed in the manufacturing business, and a lot of these jobs have become high-tech and high-salaried.
In a special report tonight, News 18's Krista Henry digs deeper to find that hundreds of manufacturing jobs are available in the Lafayette area, but employers aren't finding people with the skills they need to fill the gap.
The old days of the boom and bust, labor-intensive, blue-collar manufacturing jobs have passed.
Many people still think it's a very kind of dirty job where you work many hours and you don't get paid a lot of money.
In fact, Lafayette Mayor Tony Rosworski and President and CEO of Greater Lafayette Commerce, Joe Seaman, say the majority of manufacturing jobs in this region these days are anything but the old-fashioned Rust Belt jobs.
Those are good paying jobs, they're jobs with benefits, they're jobs people can make careers out of, and I think we've positioned ourselves well here in the community.
It's not the job that mom and dad had back in the 40s and 50s. This is a job now that requires skilled training.
The Greater Lafayette area is home to dozens of manufacturers, both big and small. And city leaders say it's these businesses that fuel the local economy. Craig Lamb, executive director of the corporate college at Ivy Tech, says every month more companies are onshoring and insourcing, bringing production facilities and jobs back to America.
For the last 3 years, there's been no industry in Indiana or in our region that's been creating those kinds of jobs at a faster rate or in larger numbers than advanced manufacturing.
Boy, we do have jobs, and we have had jobs now for almost 2 years.
It's true that many manufacturing companies are bringing jobs back home and building right in our own backyard as they race to meet increasing demand, offset higher transportation costs, and address quality concerns. But these jobs aren't necessarily ones any job seeker can just walk into.
And all we gotta do is engage the chuck, hold the part, and start the machine.
Nor, somewhat surprisingly, are there crowds of qualified people clamoring to fill the vacant slots.
One thing the concern was, do we have the workforce, and does that workforce have the training and the skill sets that these manufacturers need to be successful and to be competitive?
The number one priority that we need to focus on is workforce readiness. When employers either consider expanding or moving to the state of Indiana, that's one of the first things that they look at.
The biggest challenge we've had is finding skilled labor to fill those jobs.
It's obvious. Employers say the facts simply spell out a skills gap. And while the manufacturing business is not on a terminal decline, like many may think, as long as these jobs are not being filled with skilled workers, there will be some states of uncertainty. Reporting in Lafayette, Krista Henry, News 18.
And in part 2 of Blue Collar Comeback, we speak with Greater Lafayette and Ivy Tech leaders and employers about how they've come together to offer free education to people who are interested in finding a job in the manufacturing sector. Tune in to News 18 at 6 and 11 on Thursday to find out how you can get the skills you need to land one of those jobs.